What up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yeah, Rise here with Receiver Cause a Blog. And today we're here to review Beautiful, not Beautiful Monster. Not this, Beautiful Monster. Let's go. No, we're not reviewing Beautiful Monster. We are reviewing Beautiful Eulogy. That's right, Beautiful Eulogy, the debut album by the newly formed group Braille, Thomas, and Cortland Is it Urbano? I don't speak that language. But anyway, I'll give you my opinion. I want to emphasize that this is my opinion. This is not the word of God. This is not the only way to view the album. But this is just the way I view the album, and this is what I felt. And if you don't want to hear how I felt, don't listen. Don't watch this. Don't waste your time. Of course, we heard Beautiful Eulogy's debut on Rapzilla. Alright, Rapzilla's album. Then it was on Church Clothes with Cray Cray. Plus, old girl Freak. So how she singing so loud? Y'all heard him on that? On Cray Cray. That's backward for these actors, God bastards. All these folks is hypocrites. And that's why I ain't at church. Shout out to A-Town, B-Town, C-Town, D-Town. That's right. It was all they was on there. Misconception. Alright? Some people say that was the best song on there. So, this is the debut album by Beautiful Eulogy. What that means, I don't. I listen to the song. Y'all gotta tell me. I thought maybe it was talking about the gospel or something like that. Speaking well of the gospel, I don't. Y'all tell me what it means. But let me highlight some stuff I like, what I didn't like. I'm not gonna do song by song. I'm gonna only highlight a few songs. But give me my overall impression of the album. First of all, I like that this was a well mixed album. I did not have to adjust my radio and turn it up loud and turn it down like most of these Christian rap albums that you pay for. And y'all know this is a free project if you want to do, or you can go to iTunes. But that's what I did. I went to iTunes, support the brothers. Excuse me. But anyway, mixing done well. Only problem I had was with the song Wonderful. That guitar at the beginning just pierces my ear. I don't know what's going on there. Is that bad mixing or is that intentional? I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I don't like it. To put it that way, I don't like it. Another thing I like about this project, it's short. Like, too short. Would you agree? That's right. Too short. It's a short album. I like that. I don't like 17, 18 tracks, man. Give me, I think it's only really actually 11 tracks. I know it's a couple instrumentals, but it might only be like 11 tracks. I love that, alright? So, I like it short. Category-wise, this is more like alternative hip-hop in my opinion. And let me give you a reason why. Again, my opinion, I believe this is more alternative hip-hop than hip-hop. In my opinion, Cortland doesn't really focus in on trying to make hip-hop, like rhythm type of beats where you like bob your head and stuff like that. Sometimes it just seems like he just making more music than, I guess, the parameters of hip-hop. So you might have, you know what I'm saying, in the background you might have that, I think Braille said like a horse trotting sound. You can't really like bob your head to no freaking horse trotting, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really aimed at like head bobbing beats on all songs. So that's why I say it's more like music than an actual hip hop album. I think it's more alternative hip hop, my opinion. Let me talk about Braille. Talk about Braille on this album. I really appreciate about Braille on this album. I'm gonna get into stuff I didn't like, but what I appreciate about Braille is he's still, even though he's going more into what's some called theological rap or reform rap, whatever you want to call it, he still has that poetic side to him, which makes that unique, in my opinion, when it comes to theological rap. A lot of the theological raps they concentrate on the more technical side, you know, the rhyme schemes and all that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying Braille doesn't do that. But content-wise, he still has that poetic style. And what I mean by that, you can listen to the song like Take It Easy, like just the word pictures, like he said like the blood, and then like when he say like mop up the blood and stuff like that. It sounds more like poetry than actual rap. And I know I. Thomas, you know, he has his poetic spoken word type of style. Kind of reminds me of Freestyle Fellowship. Andre 3000 has that on some songs, that what I call like run-on sentences type of rap. Sound like it's one long sentence they're reading and it keeps going and going and going. You saw that with Freestyle. You see that a little bit with Andre. So, I mean, they are a poetic group, but they're theological rap. So they're kind of unique. They bring something unique to theological rap. Some of my favorite songs on here, my favorite actually is Anchor. Anchor, I like this song because it's one of the few songs that has a traditional, quote-unquote, real hip-hop beat. The drums on there are nice. I'm not saying boom bap, but has that old school type of beat. I don't know who this Josh Jarrell, the Jarrell guy is, but this dude, I went on Spotify. Y'all don't know about Spotify? Get Spotify. You can listen to all kind of albums for free, y'all. For free. Now you got to take the alert stuff off. The people be saying what you listen to on Facebook. I don't want folks to know what I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I listen to secular. You know how some Christians are. So I check out some secular. You know, oh, what you listening to that for? You ain't supposed to be listening to that. You supposed to be saved. Why you listening to whoever? But I ain't gonna tell because you're judging. I ain't telling you. But anyway, as I was saying, this Josh Jarrell, this dude is soulful, man. When I say soulful, I don't mean like soul music, but what I mean, you can just feel his emotions in his music. And this brother on here singing. I love his singing on here. I love the whole vibe. I love the hip hop beat. And you know what I'm saying? The lyrics, man. There's some dope lyrics, man. Anchored in the Lord. Motive. Content wise, I'm not really feeling this. I mean, I feel like I've heard this a billion times. Content wise. And I apologize for the air in the background, but it's hot, man. I gotta cut on the air. If you disturbed by it, I'm sorry. But anyway, motives. I feel like I heard like this a billion times content-wise, but I just love the drum and bass, silly type of vibe. Like when it check 1, 2, like why are y'all into it like that? It's kind of just silly, fun type of vibe, even though I'm not really feeling it lyrically. But I like this song. Beautiful Eulogy. I don't know what's going on with that hook, man. All my life to go, I wanna be with you. Like y'all sound, do you really want to be with the Lord? Y'all sound kind of depressed. It sound like they depressed on that hook. What's going on with that hook? But I love the whatever that is, the horse sound or whatever the drums are. I like that. I like the guitar. So I like the music, and I like the lyrics, man. I think Braille, he just really intense on here. That's why I've always liked about Braille, his intensity. He wasn't always intense. If you listen to his first album, and Shades of Grey is not his first album. I know some of y'all are new that it's not his first album. But if you listen to his first album, he wasn't that intense on there. But after that, you just feel this intensity, man. Stuff I didn't like about this album, number one, I think Cortland's at times, yeah, I understand it's a same producer, but some of the bass lines just have that same type of vibe to it. Has like that same approach. Like the, what song was that? Hold on one second. That song, I think it's, Covet. I think it's one of the beginning songs. It sounds like Misconception. It has sort of, it don't have as much bass as Misconception. Let me hold on one second, y'all. Let me see if this is. The Spotify, forget it. Anyway, it doesn't have, it has that sort of that same vibe, and I got a problem with that. It's just like, it sounds too similar. He needs to mix up the bass lines, man. You look at somebody like Dirt, West Coast producer, he produced 3, but to me, you could tell he did some songs, but it was a mixture in terms of his bass line. Cortland doesn't have that much, and I got a problem with that. I don't like to hear the same vibe. I think as far as the negative as well, is that you just got to be in a certain mood for this. Like, I just can't pop this in at any time. You got to be in a certain mood to listen to this album. So that's a negative as well. Another negative, I would say, is still, I have problems with the theological terminology. A lot of times you just feel like it's real wordy. Your average person is not going to understand those theological terms. I'm not saying me, I understand it, but your average person is not going to get it. I think you need to break it down or use terminology that people can understand. It's sort of like, for lack of a better word, Christian slang. Like, Christians understand it. Christians who study theology understand it, but for a lot of people, it's just going to go over their heads, man. And I think you got to break it down. The Christian must communicate. You got to be able to communicate it and break it down. You look at somebody like Timothy Brundle. Yeah, he uses those big theological words, but he also breaks it down to a simple format where you understand, oh, that's what that means. Same thing with John Piper. Big theological words, but if he explains propitiation, like, oh, that's what that means. So I just think a lot of times they just get kind of too wordy with the theological terms and don't break it down. But again, overall, I like this project. I don't think it's album of the year, but I like this project. They definitely need to mix it up. I definitely hope Braille finds a healthy balance between theological rapper and that poetic rapper. I think he can bring something unique there. Odd Thomas is Odd Thomas. I mean, he's a dope MC. So yeah, that's my opinion on this. Love to hear yours. This is Proceed with Caution Blog. Kobe Sutts, Skip Bailey Sutts, and I'm out. Triple.